Yo, I don't want to deal with this. I promise I will not use your fucking service again, alright? I won't fucking use it. And don't you dare touch my motherfucking money, because if 20 years in the future there's a fucking eBay shop, I will walk in there, man, I will fuck somebody up. I'm bringing your kid to work, I don't give a fuck, alright?
My name is Dean Bogg, and this is episode 14 of Neighborhoods. If you're new to the show, it works like this. Every week, I run around a different Pittsburgh neighborhood and turn the experience into a little 15-minute YouTube video. Each episode contains interviews with local residents, Susan, my very own opinions, and a ranking of the neighborhood that some of you are taking way too seriously.
Yeah, like the Southside shit, like we grew up here, this is our neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? We done went from hopping off the porch to done shooting niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying? I've been over here my whole life. I done seen so much shit over here. Like me and my mans was just talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of seeing every day Southside, you feel me? Better neighborhood, I want the neighborhood to better and shit, you know what I'm saying? Tired of all this crime and shit.
We good for the money though.
Yeah.
We good for the money.
But not even the legal way. We need to start getting money the legal way. We keep getting it illegal, you know what I'm saying? But all these addicts out here, they're just adding on, you know what I'm saying? We got no choice but to. You know what I'm saying? Just go get their money, you know what I'm saying?
Support for your family, like real shit.
Yeah, that's the easiest way,
the
so
way
why
we
pass
got
it?
out here.
Yeah.
Half of us can't get jobs anyway.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We both felonies. We both convicted felonies. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 felonies myself. Helping people out, I don't really know. There ain't nothing you could do out here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on their own. Everybody won't listen. Nobody won't listen. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here. People need money. And I feel them. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to preach to nobody who needs something. You feel me?
Yeah. How about you? You got any ideas?
Me, by motivating people with my music, you feel me? By saying positive things and like money, just keep talking about money, you feel me? That should motivate you want to chase a bag, you feel me? Like just keep talking about good things in life, like stuff you want to see and like, feel me? Stuff you want to accomplish for it.
So far, Mount Oliver is proving to be one of the most difficult commutes. The borough is located back behind the Southside slopes, so the bike ride has been a nightmare. My best option has been to bike to the flats and then take the bus up the hill. The bike ride back home is a much different story. Mount Oliver is a landlocked island. Despite being well within city limits, it's not a part of Pittsburgh. It's an independent borough like Wilkinsburg. I believe this is because in the 1920s, when all of the nearby neighborhoods were being annexed into the city of Pittsburgh, Mount Oliver was thriving and felt that it didn't need the city's help.
Like, I realized with eBay, there's no access to the straightforward information that I need as a seller to do my job. So now I have to call and have you guys do my job for me.
Actually, I live in an apartment, and most of the times I'm in my apartment.
Okay.
So I have 2 boys, and so I'm a stay-home mother. My husband is the one who works. To me, coming from Africa, African culture is different. I come from Uganda, and I come from a tribe, like the biggest tribe in Uganda. It's called Buganda. And I come from a tribe which is strict with morals. So most of the times when I come out, especially when the kids are not in school or they're back from school, I will be like, I'll be overwhelmed. It's a culture shock. It's very different from where I come from. In Uganda, people call America a land of milk and honey because of like what they hear, what they watch on movies and stuff like that. But actually, you know the truth once you're in the land and you're seeing what's going on. Yes.
What is the truth?
Economically, it's way better than my country, but number one thing is teach kids to respect adults. We should raise kids who are going to be a blessing to the country, not a curse.
While there's only one park in Mount Oliver, there are 2 cemeteries with some pretty spectacular views. I'm giving Mount Oliver a 0 on the park scale. Transverse Park isn't bad, but compared to Shenley or Frick, it just doesn't stack up. Once again, I've been warned that filming in Mount Oliver might be dangerous. But statistically, the most dangerous thing you can do here is eat McDonald's.
Oh man, delicious.
If you're not looking for trouble, you're not gonna find it.
Quite the ride you got there. Oh, I just saw you. Over by the clock.
What is this building? And what does ECT mean?
That's the old firehouse of Mount Oliver.
This building?
Yep.
Okay, and you own it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We bought it for our ECT associates. Associates for crafting, metalwork, woodwork, leather, canvas sewing, like things for the house.
Okay.
But also contracting like spiral staircases or doors, window, like burglary resistant equipment for buildings.
Nice.
And in general, contracting.
What does ECT mean? It kind of looks like a German Berlin techno club or something from the outside.
Originally, I am from Berlin. I moved to Pittsburgh 16 years ago.
Yeah.
And echt means authentic, genuine, substantial, like nice adjectives. That there's no direct translation into English, so we thought it's like kind of a cool term.
See you, David. Oh wow! Look at those windows. That is so cool.
So this will be the coffee house here.
A coffee shop.
To get people into Mount Oliver, into our project, of course.
Wait, say that again. This is going to be
the coffee house. The main entry will be that door.
Okay.
There'll be 2 French doors, and we already welded the French doors, like with an intricate pattern made in-house. There'll be a coffee counter for like espresso type of drinks. We'll have a coffee roaster here, so we'll have fresh roasted Ethiopian coffee.
Nice.
We'll have a counter. James, my partner, will do the coffee house and the cooking, and it will be operated together with the downstairs, which will be the Echt Liquor Lab and the tasting room where we distill.
What lab?
Liquor Lab. We
Liquor
distill.
lab.
We distill vodka, Pennsylvania rye, whiskey, gin, and whatever comes up.
Why did you choose Mount Oliver for this project?
Well, with my partner James, we live 3 minutes from here, like down the hill on the slopes. Mount Oliver used to be this 1920 beautiful American Main Street, and it's everything is still there. It just had seen better times.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. This here? Wow. Hello, York.
In a building where we don't have high overhead expenses, like no mortgage and all that, we can keep the prices low. So everybody will be invited and everybody can afford the coffee in here.
Now, do you have an expected date for opening? Are we talking 1 year, 5 years?
The contracting workshop, forging, welding, woodwork is operational. You've seen it. We already do outside contracts. So that's open. And the coffee house, the taste, we got the Pennsylvania state liquor license, we got the federal liquor license, and in 2 months or so we start distilling.
So
and
when
then,
will I be able to walk into Echt and get a cup of coffee and a
coffee house is planned to open this summer.
This summer is what you're thinking. All right. You heard it here, folks. This summer, Echt.
Get it.
So you guys have this plot, and then do you also own that as well?
Correct.
Aha, all right.
Correct. And Corinne here and I, we've been thinking about tackling living problems in the city, and we've been talking about this idea of a mini home.
A mini home?
Of a tiny home.
Yeah. So what is a tiny home?
A tiny home, Corinne, would you like to explain?
Yeah, so a tiny home is essentially like a 100 to 400 square foot space where it's sort of a new movement where you fill your house with less materialistic things and sort of the things that are more important to you. And so like you can have a lot more reduced impact on the environment because it takes a lot less energy to heat and cool that sort of smaller square footage.
So is the idea for this initial one, is this a test, or would you ideally get someone who needs a home into this space?
Both, actually. Potentially, he would be our trial dummy, and he would be...
I'm the guinea pig.
So you would live in the tiny home?
Yeah, I would live in it, make sure that it's cool. And then there's a lot of abandoned other properties down here, and there's a decent bit of land. So like in the future, we were looking at enhancing this because like there's a lot of embodied energy in some of these buildings, and if we could turn that into some affordable housing.
Pittsburgh alone has over 20,000 houses and lots that are just abandoned, like they could be reused. So it's about having a reuse mentality instead of a throwaway mentality, which is currently plaguing the world. So one of the biggest hurdles in Mount Oliver is the perception. People think this is a terrible neighborhood, but you only have to come out here one night and walk around and see that it's not bad. I could bicycle to school, which I do quite often from here. It's close to the city, it's close to people, and at the same time you could come out here and breathe some air.
And what is the perception people have of it?
The perception that it's a ghetto, that people are violent here, that people steal from you, but the reality is that that's not the case. I got my wife and she's this cute little blonde lady and she feels completely safe walking around here.
Yeah, that's him. He's taking videos of Mount Oliver, making like...
I caught a fish.
That's a big fish.
That's a big fish. See ya, Frank?
Yeah.
All right, see you, man.